Even if the French are invading, nobody can reach you. You have some time off. If you're a prime minister now, there is no time off. And computers are built for it, but human brains aren't. If you try to keep an organic entity awake and kind of constantly processing information and reacting 24 hours a day, it will very soon collapse.
It's funny, it made me think of what I think it's the former Netflix CEO, or one of the Netflix CEOs, or someone said, they said, our biggest competitor is sleep.
Sleep, yeah. That's a very scary and very, I think, important line.
And it's a very honest line.
It's a very honest line. And it's scary because if people don't sleep, they collapse and eventually they die. And this is, again, part of the problem that we talked earlier about the battle for human attention in social media, in streaming services. Now, for many of these corporations, they measure their success by user engagement. The more people are engaged, the more successful we are. Now, user engagement is a very broad definition. According to this measurement, 1 hour of outrage is better than 10 minutes of joy, and certainly better than 1 hour of sleep.
Because 1 hour of outrage, I will consume 3 adverts.
Yes.
And then that means that the corporation make $30.
For example.
Yeah.
And from 2 hours of sleep, they make nothing. From 10 minutes of joy, maybe they sell only 1 ad. Mm-hmm. But from the viewpoint of how humans function and how this organism function, 10 minutes of joy are probably better for us than 1 hour of outrage. And certainly we need not just 2 hours, we need 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep.
Well, this is why, the algorithms on certain platforms, specifically TikTok, mm-hmm. are just absolutely addictive, to say the least. Like,
because they hacked us.
Yeah, it's literally, we had, a certain level of addiction to the previous social algorithms. Mm-hmm. And then TikTok came along and said, hold my beer. And they just went for it, and they've won because of that. I see 60-year-olds absolutely addicted to TikTok. And because they don't understand the concept of an algorithm mm-hmm. sometimes, and they don't understand like the advertising model and all of that stuff, it's hypnotism. They're like absolutely hypnotized. Funnily enough, my driver's one of them. So my driver's outside. Whenever I walk up to his car, he's just like this on TikTok. He's scrolling. And I had a conversation with him last night. I'm like, do you realize that TikTok has your brain?
Yeah.
And we're just at the very sort of the first steps of an exponential curve of algorithms competing for our attention in our brain.
We haven't seen anything yet. I mean, these algorithms, they are 10 years old? Mm. In terms of, you think about these social media algorithms and the algorithms that get to know you personally, to hack your brain and then grab your attention. They are 10 years old.
And the companies die if they don't beat the other algorithms. So like Twitter now, when Elon took it over, and I think people will relate to this if you use Twitter, suddenly I've seen more people having their heads blown off and being hit by cars on Twitter than I'd ever seen in the previous 10 years. I think someone at Twitter's gone, listen, this company's going to die unless we increase time spent on this platform and show more ads. So let's start serving up a more addictive algorithm. And that requires a response from Instagram and the other platforms. So it's a real...
Elon has this other company, the Boring Company.
Yeah.
Which is about boring tunnels, of course. But actually, it might be a good idea to make Twitter more boring and to make TikTok more boring. I mean, I know it's a very bad business decision.
Yeah.
But I don't think humanity will survive unless we have more boredom. If you ask me what is wrong with the world in 2023, is that everybody is far too excited. And I mean, if I had to kind of summarize what's wrong in one word, the word is excited. And people don't understand the meaning of this word.